Yet another Carnival Cruise Line ship heads to the scrapyard. Princess Cruises is in the news yet again as they have a brand new president of their company, as well as they've made an announcement for new cruises in the 2022 season. Two cruise lines have officially extended the vaccine mandate into the end. Two U.S. cruise lines have officially extended their vaccine mandate into 2022. Plus, Royal Caribbean announced a total cancellation of an entire season out of a certain country. And after an extended absence, cruising is returning to the port of Tampa in just 48 hours. All this coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. Well, there's tons of cruise news to get into today, but as we're getting started, I'd like to remind you that it is your last day to get entered for our cruise swag giveaway. If you're not already aware, I'm heading out on a cruise this Saturday aboard Carnival Elation, and to celebrate, we are giving away some fantastic cruise swag. So if you'd like to get entered to win this week's cruise swag, including the passport holder with COVID card insert and the waterproof cruise line luggage tags, all you have to do is follow the link in the description below. If you're watching on a mobile device, I'll pin it in this upper right-hand corner. Now, if you'd like more info on any of the cruise swag we give away here on the channel, there are Amazon affiliate links in the description below. Just clicking on the link does help give back to the channel just a little bit. Thank you so very much. Hold up, wait a minute. I gotta interrupt you here because I was just looking at my analytics and we are only 60 subscribers away from hitting a huge milestone of 5,000 subscribers to the Midships channel. Now, many of you know that I've had a long-standing goal of having 5,000 subscribers by the time I hop on board my Carnival Elation cruise just 2 days from now. So what that means is that if every single one of you watching this video just hit the subscribe button, we would absolutely blow this goal out of the water. Now, full transparency, I'm asking for you to subscribe to the Midships channel because every single person that subscribes and watches my videos helps me further along my goal of sharing cruises with as many people as possible. So thank you so much for considering subscribing to our channel. Now, I am getting so excited for my cruise aboard the Carnival Elation, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're going right into the cruise news today, and we're going to start with the Port of Tampa. From Cruise Radio by author Sarah Bretz. Another Florida port is gearing up for the return of cruise ships. The Port of Tampa Bay will resume cruise operations this Saturday when Royal Caribbean's Serenade of the Seas will set sail. The ship's 4- and 5-night voyages will call to Nassau, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, as well as Cozumel, Mexico. Serenade spent her summer sailing to Alaska out of Seattle. So welcome back to cruising, Port of Tampa Bay. Now, in today's intro, we noted that Princess Cruises is making some waves in the news today. So why don't we hop right into that with a story on their restart operations. From cruiseindustrynews.com, Princess announces ship restarts for February, March, and April of 2022. Princess Cruise Lines has confirmed plans for additional ships to return to service in the U.S. for February, March, and April of next year. Sailings will be from Los Angeles, Seattle, Vancouver, and Fort Lauderdale. So starting between February 13th and April 22nd, Princess will onboard the following ships. The Crown Princess will rejoin the fleet from Los Angeles. Island Princess will resume operations out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as well as the Royal Princess will resume operations out of Vancouver beginning in mid-April. And that's not the only big news coming out of Princess Cruises, because they have a brand new president, and it's someone who's brought a lot of positive change to the company already. From cruiseradio.net by Sarah Bretz, Carnival Corporation names new president of Princess Cruise Lines. Carnival announced that Princess Cruises has a new president, effective immediately. John Paget has stepped into the head role of the premium brand and will oversee all performance and operational functions of Princess and its fleet of 14 ships around the globe. Since January of 2014, Paget has served as Chief Experience and Innovation Officer for Carnival Corporation. He was responsible for guest experience, innovation, development, creation, and operations integration with the company. Specifically for Princess Cruises, Paget has been a key player in the development and implementation of the Princess Medallion class experience that is now available across the entire Princess fleet. This includes creating and developing the wearable medallion device. Prior to his time with Carnival Cruise Line, Paget spent 18 years with Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. So congratulations, John Paget. We can't wait to see what you bring to the Princess Cruise family. Well, we have some bad news to those hoping to catch a Royal Caribbean cruise out of Australia. Let's learn a little bit more from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. By author Matt Hochberg, Royal Caribbean cancels Australia 2021 and 2022 cruise season. While cruises have been able to restart restart in the United States and Europe, Australia will have to wait another year for ships to return. Royal Caribbean announced on Thursday morning in Australia that it has to cancel its Australia 2021 and 2022 season. In a quote from Royal Caribbean, "A clear pathway for the return of cruising is yet to be established by the Australian government. As a result, we've reviewed our Australia 2021 and 2022 season. Of note, Australia still has a full ban on cruise ship travel that runs through December 17th of this year." An Australian website about cruising quotes sources that say the Australian government has ignored requests for talks for a safe and phased approach to a cruise restart from cruise lines. So I think we all know that Australia's gone a little bit overboard lately in their response to what's going on around the globe right now. Well, there's sad news today for Carnival Cruise Line fans, in particular fans of the fantasy class of cruise ships, as yet another one is scheduled to bite the dust. From cruisehive.com by Emrys Thacker, former Carnival cruise ship purchased by Century Cruises heads for the scrap yard. Ugh, this kind of story just hurts to read. It was looking good that the former Carnival cruise ship named Carnival Fascination was to begin sailing for new owner Century Cruises in China. However, it now looks like the ship will become the fourth fantasy class vessel to be scrapped. The hope was that at least one of the former Carnival cruise ships would be saved and keep sailing, but now that looks very unlikely after Century Harmony, formerly Carnival Fascination, has set its course for Alang in India. When any ship has a final destination of Alang, it's almost certain the vessel will be scrapped. According to the cruise ship tracker found on cruisehive.com, the vessel is currently at anchor in Singapore. The track shows a final destination of Alang, India, with an arrival time of October 28th. Alang is on the country's west coast and is home to the shipbreaking facility, which has become very popular due to ships being sold for scrap from the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Century Harmony, formerly Carnival Fascination, Century Harmony, aka Carnival Fascination, was purchased from Carnival in 2020. When the global suspension on cruise operations had a significant impact, Carnival Corporation needed to offload some of its older vessels to reduce costs and raise capital. Since falling into new ownership, light work had already begun on the cruise ship in Spain. The vessel will become the fourth fantasy class ship to be sold for scrap due to the pandemic. First came the Carnival Fantasy, and in the months following she was joined by the Inspiration as well as the Imagination. And that's not the only former Carnival ships that have reached the end of the line during the difficult times. And that, of course, includes the Grand Celebration, which was formerly Carnival Celebration, who was owned and operated by Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, the little cruise line that could. And that's particularly sad news because we've reached a milestone where half of the fantasy class of vessels have now been sold for scrap, which means the other four remaining fantasy class ships probably aren't long for this world. So if you've never sailed aboard a fantasy class ship, here are the remaining vessels, and I would highly recommend getting on board at least one, if not all four, before they meet the same fate as these other beautiful ships. So the remaining fantasy class ships for Carnival are the Ecstasy, Sensation, Elation, as well as the Paradise. Now I'll be crossing one of the four of these vessels off of my to-do list here about 2 days from now when I board the Carnival Elation. But having read this article, I am very tempted to book cruises on all three of the other fantasy class vessels. So if I asked you the name of a famous cruise ship captain, do any come to mind? Sure, we probably all know the names of the captain of the Titanic and the Costa Concordia, but there's yet another captain that many of you could probably name. From cruiseradio.net by Sarah Bretz, Captain Kate appointed head of new Celebrity cruise ship. The Celebrity Cruise president and CEO has announced that Captain Kate McCue will be captain of the line's newest upcoming ship, the Celebrity Beyond. The decorated first American female cruise ship captain will usher in a new era for the brand, sailing a ship brought to life by modern icons. The seed to become captain was planted in Captain Kate following a cruise she took with her family when she was just 12. She told her father she wanted to be a cruise director when she grew up, and he told her she could be anything, including the captain of the ship. And so here is a photo of Captain Kate McCue, along with Doug Parker of cruiseradio.net, and Captain McCue's famous feline sidekick, none other than the absolutely adorable Bug Naked. And to be honest with you, I couldn't help but search out a photo of the adorable Bug Naked on board a Celebrity cruise ship. Now currently, Captain McCue is the first and still only American female to captain a major cruise ship since she took the helm of the Celebrity Summit. The Celebrity Beyond will be 17 decks high and 21 meters longer than Edge and Apex, making her the largest vessel in Celebrity's fleet. She will feature an expanded rooftop garden, a resort deck with cantilevered float pools, and a multi-level sunset bar. Beyond is scheduled to sail on her maiden voyage on April 27th of 2022. So congratulations to Captain Kate McCue. If you made it this far into today's episode, why haven't you hit subscribe yet? While you're down there, why don't you hit a huge thumbs up if you just can't wait to be on your next cruise ship. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today, and until tomorrow, we'll see you on the Midships.